9 plays, 53 yards in 4 minutes and 29 seconds. It was Eric Garcia on a 3rd and 15, hitting C.J. Kukas from 20 yards out. Extra point was good. 7-0 Beat Diggers, but that was all set up because of outstanding field position and starting with that fair catch by Shea Hansen.
You bet. That did a lot. That 15 yards goes a long ways, and you just got to pat these Diggers on the back. They've taken a delay game penalty. They've had to use their timeouts, but just being smart about it, and trying to make sure that they're playing a strategic chess match here.
Jacob Becker to kick it off. Now they need to do something on special teams from this end. Kyle King has it at the 15. Straight ahead to the 20-yard line. Breaks out of a tackle. Spins across the 25 to the 30 as Kyle Hefner assisted on that tackle. And Kyle Muir was down there on special teams. The Beat Diggers haven't had too much to defend against. Only 4 plays defensively for the Beat Diggers, and we have played 15 minutes and 20 seconds this afternoon in Florence.
Right. Remember, Florence's best play was the very first play of their touch of the football this game, and that's when Banker went to Mendoza for 13 yards. We'll see if they come out throwing the football right off the bat this time.
Heath Banker is the quarterback. Faro and Martinez in the backfield. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Receivers are split, and Banker looking to throw. He's going to run out of it straight ahead to the 35-yard line. Barrels into the Beat Diggers. Rosenbrock holds on, as does Derek Lynch, but it's a gain of 8 to the 38-yard line, and the threat of Heath Banker was certainly demonstrated right there.
I'm not sure if that was a broken play or what, but it's like they tried to run that option, and they couldn't get the handoff there because the Diggers had them all stopped up there up on the line of scrimmage. And French and Weiser were getting a real good surge over here on the left side, so he just kept the ball and ran it up the middle.
2nd down and 2 from the 38-yard line. Trips to the right. This time Banker's in a shotgun. One receiver out to the left. He's got the snap. Banker will take off with the football straight ahead, hit at the 40-yard line, but I believe he's going to have a first down. He's right at the stick. He'll pick up 2 yards in the play before he's taken down by Rosenbrock and Larrick also around the football, Levi Brenneman and Derek Lynch. It took a few Beat Diggers to secure that tackle, but it is a first down, the second of the game for the Huskies.
He's delivering a blow every time he runs the football, and I think Rosenbrock on that last play, and then on this play here, we had Diggers that ran up there and tried to make a hit on him, but he delivers a shot. We're going to have to start tackling him a lot lower.
Checking into the game is Danny Droll for Florence. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. Beat Diggers lead 7-0, 7:40 to go in the second quarter. On an overcast day with maybe some light rain, the window's starting to sprinkle up. Shotgun formation. Banker sets up, throws over the middle of the pass, going to be incomplete. And intended at the 45-yard line for Spencer Drake, the big senior tight end. A couple of Beat Diggers were out there defending, but it was thrown behind him.
Yeah, and Kukas was right there. As soon as the ball got there, Kukas put his shoulder right in the middle of his back. So, he was right there, and even if the ball would have been thrown on target, I think that would have been a hard one to catch there for Drake because he was taking such a shot.
Well, the Beat Digger run defense has been good and bad at times throughout the course of the season, but the pass defense has been pretty solid.
A lot of picks this year, and hopefully we'll be able to get some turnovers in this game.
Back to deny, 2nd down and 10 for the 40-yard line, and here is Banker the option, and he takes off with the football. The Beat Diggers read that perfectly. It's a gain of maybe 1. Several Beat Diggers to make the play, and that's how hard it is to bring Banker down. But Connor Weiser was there along with Derek Lynch and several others. It'll be 3rd down and 9 with a football at their own 41-yard line.
He is strong, and on that particular play I saw Weiser, he came out of his stance. Remember, our defensive ends are down in the 3-point stance. He came out of his stance, and his left foot slipped again, and I'll tell you what, he did a great job of getting back up and getting in there and making a good shot on Banker's legs.
Now the pass rush in the secondary will be tested. Trips to the left. 3rd and 9 from the 41. Banker rolls that way. Here comes a little pressure from French over the middle. Incomplete. At the 50-yard line, well defended by Kyle Hefner. Leo Martinez was the intended receiver. It'll be 4th down, and what looks like Hefner's teammates did a good job of separating him from the Florence wide receiver once that play was made defensively.
Yeah, he's got to watch it. He was up there. You could tell he made a big hit, and he was really excited, and he was kind of standing over him like he was taunting him a little bit, and that's something the Diggers can't afford to have happen, a nonsense 15-yard penalty.
Danny Droll, the punt, standing at his own 27-yard line. Awaiting the snap, Shea Hansen is the deep man for the Beat Diggers. He gets it off. A wobbly punt headed towards the sideline, lands at the 29-yard line of brush, inside the 29 to the 20, now to the 19-yard line, so that was actually an excellent kick by Droll, keeping it away from the middle of the field, and that's why Hansen wasn't able to make the catch. and the Beat Diggers take over at around their own 19-yard line.
That coupled with the fact that, he had to punt that against a wind that's not necessarily strong, a driving wind all the time, but it's gusty, and it's starting to rain a little bit. And so I don't know if Hansen knew quite how far back he needed to be standing to field the football.
A 40-yard punt for Danny Droll. 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at their own 19-yard line. 6:38 to go, second quarter. Beat Diggers 7 and the Huskies nothing. The quarterback is C.J. Kukas. Trips now to the right, 2 to the left, naked backfield. Kukas will set Morrow in motion to the right. He's got the handoff on the end around, swinging it to the outside of the 20-yard line, stops, and he spins across the 20 to the 21. And it's a gain of around maybe 2. Looked like Connor Heslop was around there to make the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Morrow never did get to the sideline. He cut it up when he got to about where the numbers were at. I think he felt like he was running out of daylight a little too soon, and he had to get what he could get. And so he never really had a chance to stretch that play out and turn it upfield.
Florence does have all 3 timeouts. Of course, we have 6 minutes to go in the second. And once again, the quarterback is Kukas. In the backfield is Connor Weiser on 2nd down and 8 from the 21. There's the handoff to Weiser right up the middle, and he's got very little, maybe a couple of yards to the 23. And the first man in on the play, well, I think it might have been Devin Rico. It'll be 3rd down, and we'll call it 6 from the 23.
So other than that touchdown pass, the first real long 3rd down conversion we're going to have to go with today, and we'll see what the Diggers decide to do here if they can throw the football again.
3rd down and 6 from the 23. And the quarterback once again is Kukas, and Kukas throws it out in the flat. That ball is batted down at the line of scrimmage. Batted down. And that time it was Darren Bruchel to knock it down on a pass out in the left flat to Eric Garcia. So the first incomplete pass for the Beat Diggers. They'll have to punt on 4th down and 6 from their own 23. Now C.J. Kukas needs an excellent punt, so the Beat Diggers are not backed up too much defensively. And the deep man standing at his own 45. Perfect snap. Heavy rush. He gets it off, and Kukas gets off a beauty. And backing up is King at the 43-yard line. Stutter stepping, running to the right to the 50. Inside the 50. Breaking out of a tackle to the 40-yard line. And down to the 39. An outstanding return of about 17 yards by Kyle King. And Florence is in excellent field position with only 39 yards of real estate to cover with 4:57 to go in the second quarter, trailing the Beat Diggers 7-0.
That was a spiral punt with the wind at his back, and you're right. It was a great kick, but it was one of those kicks that went so far we didn't have enough guys down there to cover it. We had some guys miss some tackles, and right there at the end it was nearly a face mask. So the face mask they didn't call on Garcia, we got the same payback over here on that play.
1st and 10, officially the 38-yard line of Brush, and Benker, play action, wants to throw. Here comes Dylan French. He runs out of it, running to his right to the 40-yard line, towards the sideline, and tripped up, but still driving his way to around the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 as Joe Rosenbrock made the tackle. They'll give him 7 to the 31. It'll be 2nd down and 3, and the athleticism and elusiveness of Heath Benker is certainly paying off for Florence.
It sure is. He's a strong kid. And you can't go in there and arm tackle him. Luckily, that time Joe was able to get his arms out there and trip him up enough to where he fell down 5 yards later. But I'll tell you what, the Diggers are going to have to put a shoulder pad on this kid.
2nd down and 3 to go for the Beat Digger 31. Brush leads 7-0 on a 20-yard pass from Eric Garcia to C.J. Kukas. Backs in an eye. There's the handoff up the gut. 1st down for Farrell, who gets to the 25-yard line. And that'll be a pickup of 6 yards in the play before Derek Lynch made the tackle.
Well, they ran that I formation again, and they handed it off to Farrell right up the middle. And I think some of the Diggers were looking option. They're starting to worry a lot about Banker, and you could tell they kind of lost their focus on that fullback and started worrying more about that outside threat with the quarterback keeper on the option.
Now, the only negative thing for the Beat Diggers, when they get the ball back, they have no timeouts to work with. And the clock will be an issue at that point. 1st and 10. 3:53 to go in the second at the 25. There's the give to Farrell right up the gut. He dives to around the 22. And Brenneman had him up high. Down low was Kyle Hefner. It's a gain of 3 for Tyler Farrell. No matter what your loan needs, stop by High Plains Bank at 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins today. Also inquire about checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. inside the Bead Digger 22-yard line. Florence is taking their time in the huddle with the clock running. One receiver to the left is Spencer Drake on 2nd down and 7 from the Bead Digger 22. Backs in an eye. There's the give right up the gut and a decent gainer inside the 20 to the 19, a gain of 3 before Levi Bredeman makes the tackle on John Alexander. It'll be 3rd down and 4 as we are under 3 minutes to go before the break in a lightning-moving first half.
You know, Alexander was actually the deep man in that ISO play, running, you know, the tailback position behind the fullback, and that gave the Diggers a little bit more time to see what was going on, and I think that's why they could zero in on that play so well.
Darren Wilt is now on that defensive line for the Bead Diggers. 3rd and 3. Banker's going to roll to his left. Here comes Bredeman with pressure, and now taking off with the football is Banker. Banker spins. He's going to be short of a first down. He's down at around the 16-yard line along the far sideline. Looked like Shea Hansen made the play. It'll be 4th down. Do they even give him the 16? They do. 4th and 1. And Florence will go for it with 2:10 to go before the break and the clock running.
When Banker waggles out there, boy, it puts a lot of pressure on our linebackers because they have to watch the flats, yet at the same time they got to keep him from running the football. And that time he turned it upfield. Lynch was right there to make the tackle, but then the receiver turned around and kind of caught Lynch, kind of blindsided him and made a big block there.
4th down and a yard to go from the Bead Diggers 16. In an eye. Banker under center is going to hand it off right side and hit at the line of scrimmage and then driving to the 15-yard line. Very close. And that was, I believe, Alexander again. Boy, they're extremely close. They're going to have to measure this, Dave. I think they're short of a first down. A couple of Bead Diggers stood him up, and he is short of a first down, a gain of 1, but he needed a little bit more than 1.
There's a perfect example of what team football does for you, and there's a lot of Diggers team tackling out there and driving them backwards, even though they didn't hit them low. One guy hits them and stops them, and then everybody else piles on and throws them backwards.
Boy, what a clutch defensive play that was, and that's why it's hard to name just one Bead Digger because there were a few right there. That was the definition, as you mentioned, of a gang tackle. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers. Now Florence will use their timeout so the Bead Diggers cannot get a first down. They're at their own 15-yard line. The backs are split. Garcia is going to hand it off on the left side in a big hole across the 15 to the 20 for Connor Weiser. A gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 yards to go for the 20 before he's upended over there by Matthew McDowell. And we have an official's timeout. I guess it's an equipment problem out there, perhaps with Derek Lynch. And the clock now, well, it never really stopped.
Well, we'll take it.
Well, there's a minute 12 to go in the opening half. 2nd down and 5 from the 20-yard line. Garcia hands it off right up the gut, and that's Seawald to around the 25. Well, that was a quick hitter for Brush. Very close to a first down. They might have to measure before he was tackled by a couple of the Florence defenders. They're going to say 3rd down and maybe, about a couple of inches to go. So the Bead Diggers get the first down here. They can almost run out the clock, but Florence does have the 3 timeouts remaining on 3rd down and inches. Garcia to hand it off to Seawald, running right side. He runs into a blocker, but he gets a yard to the 26-yard line. As he's driven back, it is a first down. The clock will stop for the movement of the chains with 24.9 seconds to go, and the football's to the 26-yard line, and it's far from a perfect first half, but the Bead Diggers are going to be very happy at this point.
You betcha. This last drive, look what they've done. It's indicative of the whole first half. They went with 2 traps back-to-back with Weiser and Seawald, both of them picking up almost 5 yards, and then the last play was a 46 where they tried to run it off tackle behind Luke Nichols and the lead block there from their halfback.
And let's see, the Bead Diggers actually run another play. I don't think they have to run another play. They're just up to the line of scrimmage with 2 seconds to go, and that will be the end of the opening half. With the score, Brush 7, Florence nothing. You're listening to the 2009 Class 2A playoffs on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.